Hello. There we go. Hold on. Down you come. Hi. I just got home a little bit ago. I might put I'll be muting myself during this stream a bit because of the fact that I will be eating. But I have Korean fried chicken and rice. And it seems so yummy. Let me make sure that this is all on the correct screens. Okay. Hello, how are you doing? Let's see. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Every day I go and open my own thing. I open my own Discord server like, what is this ping when I go live? But it's you. I don't know who else it would be. What is this notification that I just gave myself? Crazy. Interesting. I wonder. You're on a 20- oh my god, you're on a 25 streak! That's so frightening. Thank you. Yippee! Always glad that you're here. Oh, an art fight. Oh, art fight maintenance. Oh god. Art fight's in like a month or two. Okay, let me open up of the devil. I always am watching, Omnipotence. I don't know that we had that. I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Here. Let's get over to... oh, here we go. Let me pull this up. There we go. There we go, though. I'm always watching, like, Springtrap, but different. Yeah, I think that Springtrap is a rabbit, and you seem to be a, wolf. So I'd say that's pretty different. Okay. I'm really excited. I gotta kill you. What? I did what? For being smart and pointing out pointing things out? Be kind to me. Question. Can you hear me? Hold on. I'm gonna take a bite really quick. Because I need to know just how much I need to be muting so I don't give chewing ASMR. I'm not seeing anything, thankfully, but hold up. That apparently picked up. Awesome. Cool. Noted. Hold on. If I should really just monitor my audio for just a second to see. That's okay. Okay. I'm going to put just a little... I'm gonna put a little text box on here just to be like, streamer Loki eating. Hold on. Or pinned. Let me do a pinned. Anyway. There we go. Alrighty. It's been we played, what? The episode 0 last time? And that was really fun. I'm really excited for the episode 1. I genuinely, I don't know why I didn't think that there was a prologue thing. Because I literally saw it several times. Not like any spoilers or anything, but I knew that it existed there. Yeah. Let's see if I can remember any of the voices I gave any of these people. And also do it while eating. So, let's go. Episode 1. Oh my god, I'm in Danganronpa. Oh, episode 1 in high roller mode. Limited to 1 save slot. Won't be able to... Ooh, okay. Quick saving and autosaves will be disabled. Remember to save regular. Okay. Minimum ante for hands will be increased. Minimum and maximum penalties for answering. Okay, nice. Maximum ante will be increased as well. You can get high scores. Okay. An exclusive phone charm? Oh, I love exclusive things. We'll see if I can do this at some point. Turn high roller mode off at any time in settings to turn it back on to restart. Episode contains time-sensitive choices. You can double their duration or disable them entirely in the settings menu. Okay. Contains testimony segments. Objectionable words or clauses will become red because when... Okay. Additional hinting be disabled. Adjust either of these features without affecting high roller. Okay. High roller mode is intended to encourage risk-taking and discourage save scumming. Consider enabling it if you want to pursue this mystery like a true gambler. Don't say this to me because I'm so tempted now, even though I don't really know enough. That sounds so fun. Do I or do I not? Do I limit myself to 1 save? I was already basically doing that. The main thing is like difficulty bump. Especially if it's timed. I think we chill for now. We won't jump right into it. For now. But I might. But at the same time, it's also fun to do that immediately. Yeah, oh wait, well. Okay, well we're already here. Oh wait, here we go. Limited to 1 save slot. Loading prior saves disabled during trials. Oh, disabled during trials. Play like a real gambler or standard. For the first section is. I might. Okay. So this is like first time trial stuff. We do standard. Disabled tutorials. No, we leave it on for now. Because I will forget. What is it? I'm realizing a flaw in the fact that I really wanted to play Of the Devil today. This is like all speaking. It's all talking. Bro, it's fine. Listen, I wanted to thank you for coming over. Figures you notice. Anyone could tell something's bothering you. You're the first person to say anything. What happened? The police came to see me. In public? No, they wanted to be considerate of my privacy. That's a first. They wanted to talk to me about the other week. About my whereabouts. And yours. I told them I didn't know anything. I must have loved that. Funny. What would you have done? In your shoes? Probably cursed them out. Yeah, I could see that. Is there anything you want to ask me? No. Not even for a favor in return. No favors lost between friends, I say. That sounds like a toast. Why not? To friends. I'll raise a glass to that. Okay. Glass 'em! Vandalism detected. Incident logged. Recorded at 8:55 a.m. local time. Geopositional data encoded. If I could have all citizens in the area. Fuck off, Copper! Visuals impaired. Facial recognition compromised. Pinging nearby Optims for corroborating evidence. Hey, he's lighting up every phone on the block. We need to go now, or what? He'll use his outdoor voice? Or he'll have us pinned down to our dental records before you can say we're Morning, Officer Leo. You look different today. Hello, Morgan! I'm not Officer Leo, but I did want to say hi back. I'm so excited. I should really put a keybind on my microphone so I can just mute and unmute easily. Hold up. I fucking love rice. Okay, continuing. Leo, you do something new with your uniform? Good morning to you, Morgan citizen. To answer your question, no, I have not undergone any recent retrofitting. If you'd like a more detailed hit record of my maintenance history, you can make a request for. I've got it. Must be the new coat of paint. You're referring to the act of vandalization that just took place. Only the most recent one. Super Cop over here has a new dent every time I see him. Scars honorably earned in the line of duty, scanning the street for jaywalkers and loiterers. Don't worry, ma'am. A report has been filed and the police are working to resolve the situation. This guy reminds me of someone. It's not Kaido. I'm not sure. Civil disobedience at this time of day? What's the world coming to? They're just stragglers, ma'am. There was a period of unrest in the area last night. Unlicensed protesting and demonstrating without a permit. Well, I hope you threw the book at them. This disturbance was handled, but individual instances of volatility may occur during the next 48 hours as we work to apprehend outside actors. Thanks for the forecast. Who is he reminding me of? I guess it's probably Kaido. Focal lead Kaido. So, does the bleeding stop on its own? Androids don't have blood, ma'am. This is just a leakage of oxidizing fluid. My mistake. So you don't need a bandage, I take it. The leakage will dry shortly. With that conversation thoroughly exhausted, I let my mind wander as I wait for the signal to cross. I unfocus my eyes and dull my hearing, sinking beneath the hum of the city street. I'm fading through the lives bustling around me like so much sea foam. Across the way, a large man with worn hands and an ill-fitting belt turns to a gorilla-like hulk of a machine and cuffs his hands in front of his mouth. Yo, 61! The machine halts its lifting with uncanny precision and turns to him. We're going on break. The robot tilts its head to the side. Can't work the piler without Schwinn up on the roof, so I don't know. Take a load off, will ya? Understood. Oh, understood became the over-enunciated reply. The man, already walking away, tosses a dismissive wave behind him. Yeah, understood. A moment after the man turns the corner, the robot attempts to mimic the hand wave to no one in particular. Oh, little thing. I really need to check how Hold on, what does it sound? Let me monitor my mic and see what it sounds like when I am. Okay, it's just a little bump. I was wondering because I always see it, but I'm never sure. Goddamn coppers on every street corner. At a bus stop, or what used to be a bus stop, now a charging station, a passionate young man voices his democratic opinion loud enough for the whole street to hear. They declared martial law when I wasn't looking. The small woman beside him, trying hard to appear even smaller, shifts in her seat. Well, they're just doing their job, so... Bots don't have jobs, except the ones they stole from us. Oh hey, that's Morgan right there, I see. Notice how they don't patrol nearly so heavy in Uptown, even on the worst days. His audience, captive by virtue of sharing the same charging pole as him, shuffles, coughs, stares even harder at their phones. The woman looks at her knees and pulls at her shirt. You're kind of embarrassing me right now. He makes a vague gesture with his hand to indicate that he's stepped off his soapbox. The shoulders of everyone around him relax a centimeter. Oh, now that's just... A woman with exhaustion in her eyes sighs at a hologram floating above her chrome-plated palm, while a rounded, smooth-looking android pushes a carriage behind her. Is that Morgan? No, that's a generic thing. Okay. Ellen, walk her around the block. Get her some air, would you? Apparently, this call can't wait, and it's louder than a garbage disposal out here. Of course, ma'am. I'd be glad to. The android punctuates its sentence with a sound halfway between a whir and a purr, which, judging by the coos and giggles coming from the child, seems to have been well received. Robots, holograms, androids, drones, coppers if you prefer. Can't so much as sneeze in the city without a dozen different ads offering you a handkerchief. It's a vocal minority that think that they're the downfall of civilization, but for everyone else... You're too kind, ma'am. Thank you for your concern. It's hard to hate them when they're so eager to please. Crosswalk's giving me the okay. Keep us safe, yeah? Have a good day, Morgan citizen. It's a bright, crisp morning in the city. Lights changing and people moving in click-clacking harmony, all smooth as clockwork. We're in a worse... Tanya Ida! Wait, you're fucking right! Hi, Kate! I was saying earlier, I was really trying to figure out what, who he reminded me of. Because I was like, is it Kaito? It can't just be Kaito. Morning. Good morning, how did you sleep? But yeah, I genuinely, I was trying to figure that out. But yeah, no. He looks like Ida from MHA. Thank you. How's it going? How's the sleepy morning? Were I in a worse mood, it would all be a bit much. Wait, what outlet? So okay. So I'm feeling pretty refreshed this morning. Okay. Bless. Thank you, Morgan. As I reach the other end of the street, I pivot lightly and give Automated Dependent Assistant Officer L30 my best impression of a salute. Why did it look like a really bad pop? I don't know, but it kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting that. Well, Morgan's had a great night. Oh, wait, hold up. I'm just realizing. It took me way too long. Let me scoot down. I need to actually... I did not realize I was floating. Here we go. Kind of? No. No. Almost there. Yeah, I really wasn't expecting the like splattering noise either. Here we go. No longer floating. Yeah. I thought you got hacked or something. That would be crazy. We're having a chill. Cybercrime never sleeps, even in today's age. Okay. Awesome. I'm in and out because Tap's the stream pinned eating. But yeah. Thank you for your service. What's the food? I have Korean fried chicken and rice. So, yippee! It's good. And I'm going to now take another bite, thank you. Don't me. I'm not I'm not a mukbang channel. Not yet, at least. No sense of sarcasm. The poor bastards. New niche, take advantage. Okay. How am I doing a mukbang as a PNG tuber? Is it just the ASMR? I'm not. But I didn't come all this way downtown to poke fun at the only happily employed class in human history. It's just ASMR. I just sit here and I'm eating and it's just noises. Oh. I hate that. I think chewing is generally what people hate to hear. No, I came down here to make an important purchase. Today, I'm going to buy a gun. Yippee! I can take another bite. Thank you. Bite has been taken. But yeah. You know what? Let's see. What we got? What kind of guns we got in, oh! Shotgun. No, rifle. Is there a shotgun? Like grenade launcher? Anyway. No staff around, but all the lights are on. Should I have knocked? So, desk personality setting 6. The cool one. One of them looks like it, yeah. Let me know if I can help you with anything. I've probably forgotten more about firearms than you're programmed to remember. I bet you can. I recently acquired a license to carry concealed. Sorry, let me... Yeah. Ah, I see. Okay. For a second, my brain was like, she's also green, so therefore the green text that is internal dialogue. I was just like, is the desk assistant being rude as fuck? Nice. Are you in law enforcement? Do you shoot for sport? Business or pleasure? Neither. May I ask why you're looking to carry concealed, ma'am? Oh, you know, assault with a deadly weapon, cruel intent, that kind of thing. Girl, you are... Your whimsy is beautiful. You're gonna get put on a fucking list. Some of my clients live in very rough neighborhoods. Even in broad daylight, coming down to the lower wards for house visits can be... I see, you're a lawyer. So I guess you'd say I'm in the market for self-defense. We have a wide selection of options for self-defense in a variety of sizes and calibers, with spread and PA fire options available. My bad. PA stands for pseudo-automatic. I know. But for concealed, it'd have to be at least small enough to... This would go a lot faster if I just tell the desk what I want. Ooh, first choice. How are we feeling? I think that Morgan really can go either way. I take another bite while I wait for opinions. Yeah, I agree with this. I feel like it's better to just be patient. Yeah. I think that the funnier option is likely to just be explicit. Like, just straight up go, please and kindly give me a shotty. Thank you. What am I feeling today? I'm gonna go with be explicit. Yeah. Yeah. I need a mag rail. That sounds like, okay, I don't really know what that means. That sounds really much like a heavy gun. Word. Okay. We're proud to offer a number of models that utilize the latest and miniaturized ultra-capacity batteries to generate a Lorentz force, which slings a slug fast enough to miss a limb at over 30 meters. Goddamn. Kid, we gotta make the guns look cooler. It's 2086 and they look like this. Man, fuck. And it's safe? Of course, ma'am, my bad. Two-factor safeties with GPS and emergency services thing. It won't go off unless you want it to, and someone will definitely come running. All those convenient safety features make it incredibly easy for the police. Or anyone who can dupe their tool set. Looks more like a taser? Yeah. To lock you out of your own gun with the flip of a switch. You can walk a piece like that down the single uptown street without passing through 9 or 10 no-fire zones. They're the very worst, most useless kind of weapon a criminal could buy. Sounds perfect. How do we get started? And she took that as a challenge. Why does it feel like every desk I run into has to be such a character? Mercifully, it's tucked itself away while the fabricators get the gun tagged. I got time to kill. Heh. And people. But anyway. So, is there anything worth checking out around the shop? We have... Okay, so we got over there. Got this. We got this. Ooh. Data pad. Okay. Let's go left or right. Hate these kinds of screens. Gotta look at them with your nose turned up or else they start eye tracking. Next thing you know, they're saying hello on a first name basis. But I've got practice with this sort of thing. I can skim the headlines at least. Why the 12/6 work week gives us more free time than ever. I'm 14 and I tried dating a smart UI. It made me the happiest I've ever been. Yeah, because you're 14. God bless. How term limits are anti-democracy. Oof. Transfusion from warm android saves soldier's life. That's one hell of a headline. If the Animate 16 wasn't selling well before, I'm sure by now it's... You know what? We're taking our time here. Let's go ahead and see... Not articles. Profile? No, not profiles. Terms. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Know what all that is. What is this? I'm gonna read this, I'm gonna eat. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm so glad I decided to open Morgan's thing as well. Trigonometry, rooftops, bonfires, sunburns. That makes sense. She's really, really pale. Baths? Girl? Exercises by swimming, but hates baths. Okay, ma'am. Hidden talent baking. Body gout. You cannot ask someone that. Beautiful. Alright. So there was that. We got this. Yeesh. Would it kill you to clean up a little? Guess the desk kindly asking customers not to litter can only get you so far if you're not willing to pay someone to sweep up. Wait, is this trash? This flyer, it's scannable? Stagnancy theory, really? They get a lot of self-proclaimed philosophers in here? Stagnant world, modern man's plateau, renowned net philosopher. Oh my god, I cannot speak tonight. Beautiful, that's fine. Renowned net philosopher Corbin Cawthorne, real name withheld, offers to take you on a deep dive into the global trends and sociological patterns that have driven our planet to the halting point in his groundbreaking and controversial seminar. Moore's Law used to be the benchmark, now it feels like a pipe dream. Used to dream of humanity marching bravely into space, artisan crafting, virtual wonders that made the confines of our own realities seem limited. Instead, our brightest minds spend all their time and effort kicking the can of climate crisis down the road, while their more fortunate peers spend their most productive working years in search engine optimization and customer experience design. Yeah, that sounds about right. The middle class, eaten alive by the rich they prop up, can no longer afford the very products they helped create. Without mass consumer demand, tech no longer has evolutionary pressures to be as small and powerful as possible. Stagnant waters, only parasites of the disease. And the disease, where did I get that from? Girl, plenty. The only cure comes from you taking action. Thank you, I'm not doing all that. There's another link at the bottom, probably leading to a collection dish. Or a state honeypot if you want to be paranoid. They better burn this shit before some neat freak idiot picks it up and gets arrested. Okay, let's watch here. There's some kind of news program playing on the screen. Most public places are too scared to put on any channel with content more political than the smiling micro apartment flippers. But this is a gun store, after all. Power is always political. True. Okay, anything I'm missing? Looks like the datapad is the last thing. Someone left a datapad out here. What's in the news today? Lobo threatens Tetra with ransomware vulgarity. Internationally wanted terrorist and serial data thief, most commonly known as Lobo, has seized a cache of vital Keystone data files belonging to the Tetra Metallics Group, according to a press release from the mining conglomerate. In a blitz of cross posts on 90 different socials, translated into all 11 dominant languages, the supposed hacktivists, radical conservationists, and gentleman thief made clear their intent to ransom said files back to their lawful owners at a severe cost. The posts were quickly flagged and quarantined thanks to user reports. Lobo's latest manifesto, which we have declined to publish here on grounds of journalistic integrity and due to the strong language contained within, has remained in circulation thanks to a loose network of rogue data harbors. That's a fun sentence. In addition to a sizable monetary ransom, Lobo put out a list of demands that spanned pages. Most prominent among them was a call for de-escalation of all conflicts surrounding rare earth metal deposits around the equator. Nice. Sources at Tetra refused to confirm or deny reports that Lobo's captured data impacted only their billing services, but insisted that their corporation could not in good faith resume distribution until the ransom situation was resolved. Market prices for rare earth metals surged following the hacking attack as supply halted and demand rose, stoked by memories of catastrophic supply chain disruption in the mid-21st century. That's where we're at. A spokesperson for Mining Has Progress, a lobbying group that represents the rare earth metal industry, called Loopholes' repeated attacks acts of terror against the free market. Beautiful. Lopo again, or someone using their name. Suppose it doesn't matter if they're the original or not, so long as they're a genuine threat. And no one could oh, that's a snare. No one could snare a corporation as rich as Tetra without serious skills. Does seem consistent with the Lobo's politics, making demands for. They had. If we're talking about politics, it's probably de-escalation. It's not the first time Lobos voiced their displeasure with the decades-old simmer of conflict around the tropics. Unless the rare earth metals powering all our batteries and fueling all our pretty little androids are suddenly made a lot less rare overnight, I doubt the state will stop taking an interest in those regions' politics anytime soon. Wait, how long has it been? Shouldn't take them that long to get my gun properly bugged. I'm sorry, we've received a breaking news story. We're seeking confirmation and yes, we have it confirmed. Lead programmer at Noble Electronics and famed designer of the Turing solution, Dr. David Usher, has passed. What? Proprietary Vantage automated dependent management system, along with the Animate series of androids. Must be some kind of corporate propaganda tactic, or no, they wouldn't risk fake news, but why? Perhaps best known for his breakthroughs in the field of machine learning and language. This information may be trying to authored many of the developments that allowed for Noble's rapid growth and market dominance. David Assure is dead? Including the popular Desk series of smart UIs. That's very sad. Didn't ask. Sorry, I just... commands only. Understood. Will you be paying with cash or credit? Debit. Morgan, you good? Okay. Officially done with my food for now. I said for now, like I have more, but it's leftovers. Okay. I can now actually lock in. Let's go. The gun was light. Lighter than I expected. How are we feeling, Morgan? You're apparently going to get his robot child. So, you know, a real gun should always be heavy, greater than the sum of its parts. That's one of the things I like about them. Their weight. Like they're anchoring the world around them. Like they're a fixed point in time. Like everything else is just relative to them, either closer or further to the end. I would have liked something heavier during that walk back to my apartment. I would have liked to have something to feel far away from. Oh, this is nice. Didn't realize I was home until my hand was on the door. What is this? What am I doing? What am I doing? Fumbling in my pocket for my lighter. Golden, polished, tastefully ergonomic and fine and expensive. And a good lighter. That was a good gift. I kept the card, didn't I? Here it is. To the only smoker in my life. I know gold's a bit much for your personal style, but they don't make a lot of these anymore. Believe it or not, the only other people who share your vice are stuffy old men with expensive taste. Hope you can manage to get some use out of it anyway. Your friend, David. The news may have more information by now, or not. Looks like the net's full of copy-pasted statements from Noble, auto-edited montages, ill-fitting quotes, reactions to the news from every micro-celebrity under the sun. Their raw, authentic emotion brought to you live from all the car seats and bathroom mirrors of the world. There's nothing about his death, not even a time window. Did he die this morning? Was he found dead in his bed? Has he been dead for days, while Noble's just been waiting for the right time to let it leak? Did he die last night when I was out screwing around? The phone call better not be work-related. I'm not in the right mood. Oh, well, hey, Morgan. Thanks for picking up so fast. She's Jessica Starling, who asked me to call her. Hi, Jess. Listen, I need to... Already seen the news. What? Oh, of course you have, duh. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. With the company and their people and all the... I mean, if it were up to me, you would have been the first call I made. For a decision like that to be up to David's assistant, about 1,000 other Noble employees above her on the ladder would have to get axed, but that's alright, Chess. No one ever really knows what to do with these kind of things. Still, I'm so sorry you had to hear it from a stream Chiron. What difference does it make how the information gets to me? I could have stumbled upon his corpse myself and I would feel most of the same. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to call anyway. Yeah. If I want more information, she's the best source I'm going to get. Maybe for weeks. What to ask at a time like this? I'm supposed to express denial first, but she's probably short on time. I don't feel like following the playbook to the letter right now. Can you tell me what happened? The police, they think that he took something. Suicide? The police are already involved? They say it was some kind of poison or... God. Noble's got a lot of weight to bludgeon the state with, especially in this city. I would think they'd keep the police at arm's length for at least a few days. Listen, Morgan, I need to ask something of you. Of course, Jess, whatever you need. Whatever you need. Bit much, but she's grieving. This is just how people talk. As long as my day was really salvageable anyway. I'd like to bring you up here, to David's place. What do you mean? There's something I have to give you. You're not handling his will already, are you? If the police are involved, it'll be a while before... No, I'm sorry, it's not like that. Oh, inhaler. No, please. Oh. Don't hold back on my account. David asked me to get this into your hands. It wasn't work-related. But he asked me. I know I'm asking a lot here, but it's turned out to be the last thing he ever asked me to do. I'd like to get it done. I don't like showing up at crime scenes more often or more quickly than strictly necessary. And that's when I only have to worry about the police. With Noble looming over all of this, security will be doubled and scrutiny tripled. This is too risky. There's no logical reason to agree to her request. Let me turn on the lights. Considering last time in the other route, hand on shoulder, Morgan, you care more than you apparently want to. Bless. Beautiful. Love it. Swing by my place with a cab, yeah? Besides my own morbid curiosity. Right, of course. Thanks, Morgan. Thank you. Wait, I almost forgot. What is it? You don't happen to have anything you could wear in black, do you? Yeah? In transit. The autocab hums a synthesized purr as our on-ramp merges onto a canopy superhighway. Steadily and suddenly all at once. Not much super about it, but it does cast one hell of a shadow. The canopies always felt very arts and crafts to me. Cobbled together. Always added onto, never finished, never planned. It's clearly taken a lot of time and effort to make, but the end result's still ugly. And it feels like it could fall apart at any moment. You okay? You okay, Morgan? You look a little carsick. I'm fine, thanks for asking. But if I ignore her text now, she'll just send more later. Who? Hey, Freckles. Saw your friend Assure on the news. Rip. Thank you. For trying to be sincere. Worth a shot. We all have our strengths. God damn, you are one passive-aggressive little girl. Why does all your filial piety go out the window whenever you talk to me? Filial piety doesn't work on you. Hey, that's it's like Confucianism. Is this your mom? You love yourself too much to appreciate respect. True, true, went the train. See, Freckles, you can be very insightful. There's no way this is her mom. Right? You aren't too busy side-eyeing the whole world. Wonder where I picked that up from. Is this... not from me? I'm pretty sure you were born muttering insults under your breath. The nurses tried to make you cry and you responded by giving them self-esteem issues. Did you ever have dealings with Noble? 10 out of 10 shifted the combo. Subtle as a car crash. Subtlety doesn't work on you either. Well, it might. If you were good at it. Morgan, is your mom texting you XD? I need to know. I need to know. This is me asking you for advice. Okay. I guess this never sunk in. Because you spent most of your apprenticeship asleep. But my clients were all celebs. They're rich and famous. I didn't have that many dealings with the Megs that owned their likeness. Is it really that different? Plenty! Celebs don't like people seeing their dirty side. So they pay smart people like me to clean up their messes. Megs don't like people seeing them at all, period. And also, Megs are a lot more lively when it comes to... What? Gross. Oh, I see. Hard workers with a lot of stress to vent. Stop. Do you have any actual help to offer? Truth be told, I did have this one running. I got... Okay. Into corporate intrigue. Why? Because I got of analyst 45 poster girl. God damn it. Hard worker. A lot of stress to it. Glad to know I can always reach out to you in my time of need. I'm gonna let that slide because I know you're in mourning. Look. Corporate types are all a bunch of paranoid drug addicts. Huffing glue and playing roulette on their phones. While fantasizing about stabbing everyone else in the meeting to death. So don't expect them to play nice just cause Assure was your pal. My actual advice is, get whatever you're owed. And then get out of there fast as a fuck, boy. That's a beautiful thought, Auntie. mean it. Corporations prefer Viking funerals. What's a Viking funeral? A dignified ceremony where the boat's sent out to sea on a boat. The body is sent out to sea on a boat. Then, they set everything on fire and sink the ashes to the bottom of the ocean. Try not to linger, Freckles. You don't want to be stuck on board when they start knocking their arrows. Thanks. But what the hell was that about me sleeping on the job? I worked harder in one day than any of you Gen Alpha drunks did all week. Oh my god! Should have worked smarter, lol. And if you want to go there, you did literally fall asleep on the job. At the Xmas party. Ma'am? This woman fucks with picnics. Bless. What is it? What is that? Why do you have that? It's not even accurate. Work parties are still work, Freckles. I only had my eyes closed. Because all you old farts had your cameras flash on. Morgan, something wrong? You're sweating. Oh, Morgan, you good? Just deleting some spam. Got a couple more minutes of crawling through the canopy's guts before we reach David's part of the city. Uptown, our better half. Gleaming opera houses and towering corporate apartments. Boutique shops with more cameras than customers. Penthouses stacked upon penthouses in a frantic climb to the top of the rat pile. All ringed in by restaurants with long wait times and small serving sizes. The joke is that uptown folks go most of the year without touching street level. Not much of a punchline there, it's basically true. By now, his whole block must have been swarmed with cops, themselves surrounded by media, and all encircled by onlookers. I could try to enjoy these last few moments of calm. With the storms coming either way, I'd rather use this time to try and find my footing. Actually, Jess, if you got a second, I was curious about... Okay, we're just going through all of these. You and David. Remind me, how many years did you and David work together? Oh, well, I started with the company about 4 years ago. They offered me a temp contract when I was graduating. I was put in HR right in the middle of a hiring burst, so I spent 2 months in the Warrens. Then an aptitude test got me fast-tracked to mid-low management. Sorry, Warrens? Oh, that's just what we called the company dorms back then, on account of all the... well, all of the people. Plus it was underground. Didn't see the sun that first month. My skin got so dry. Is that normal in your industry? Normal for everyone I've ever worked with. Except David, of course, but I mean, he was the best. Yeah. One Tuesday morning, Dr. David Assure walked right up to my desk like I had won the lotto. Said I should come work for him, Dr. David Assure, directly. On a random Tuesday morning, like it was nothing. Didn't like to do things on Mondays. Said people were always too tired to get anything done anyway. Yeah, that's right. He did say that. I should know by now, right? 3 years of arranging meetings and keeping him organized and occasionally straightening his tie. He's a good boss. He's a good guy. Yeah. When did you last speak with him? In person? Thursday. Thursday afternoon. Day before yesterday. Okay. So it's Saturday. He seemed normal. I mean, I didn't... We still don't really know anything, Jess. You're right, thanks. Thursday's the last time I saw him. That was when he asked me to meet with you. I'm guessing you've already been to his place? Yeah, it's a real mess over there. It's that bloody? Oh god, no, not that kind of mess. I just mean with the cops stacked on, the media stacked on, the lawyers, each of them with their own network of drones and all their droning. It's very, it's a very high productivity atmosphere, is what I mean. When were you able to get over there? Well, I got a call from legal late last night. They weren't exactly delicate breaking the news to me last night. They said they needed my help sorting through all his... Well, you know how he left things organized sometimes. He's been dead since last night and they've kept it under wraps that long? I know there are a lot of powerful people in his circles, but to stop it from leaking for over 12 hours? Seems like more than just your typical powerful people trying to control the narrative. Seems more like there's something they're actively trying to suppress. So you found out last night? Right, last night. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I should have told you as soon as I found out. Really, it's alright. Did you see anything? No, I still haven't actually seen him at all. His airlifted to the hospital at ASAP, and that's where he passed, so... Well, I didn't get the impression that the cops had been there that long. Not compared to the lawyers. They and the rest of the company people seem pretty entrenched. Noble set up camp before the police even arrived. So what time would that have been? I guess I got there around 9 p.m. Yeah, because at 9:15 they switched my phone to silent mode and I got locked out of everything but my work stuff. So my last blah at 9:13, see? Gonna expire whoever put me in heels this morning. It me. Jess, beautiful. They can do that to your phone? Lock you out of social media? Of course not. Well, unless I'm on the clock or off the clock, but on company property. Then they can remote all my tech, yeah. How convenient. So if I got in at 9 p.m., I'd guess the rest of the company people had been there since 8:30 p.m.? I hadn't been there more than a few minutes before the mood changed. Word about the hospital declaring him dead had started to leak. I see. Died after he reached the hospital? That's unexpected. It's 2086. Might be in trouble if you get stuck in bureaucratic purgatory when you need to be in the emergency room, but other than that, to reach the hospital alive, a good doctor can stabilize most any patient within a few moments. And Noble Electronics' lead programmer would have a very good doctor. So, what the hell happened? Was she mistaken? Was he just not officially declared dead until reaching the hospital for some reason, or... Hard to think about, I know. Yeah. Or hard to believe. Jess, I have to wonder. What kind of request did David make of you that it couldn't wait a few days? Right, of course. He asked me to give you something. Something? She tried to build suspense. Right, it's just, well, I don't know exactly what it is. You have no idea? He asked you to give me the contents of his safe. Are we headed to the bank then? No, see, he has this private safe in his basement. Maybe you've seen it? Well, I say safe, but it might be more accurate to call it a storage locker or a false wall. And all he told you was that he wanted me to have what's inside? Right, he was very clear about that part. Your eyes only, straight into your hands. Handle it in person, he said. Strange. This is all pretty analog for someone as technically gifted as David. Coming from anyone else, I'd call it paranoid. But David was never paranoid. Even when he had every right to be. If he wanted this handled a certain way, it must be for a good reason. I saw the headline, by the way, the one where your warm android saved that soldier's life. Oh yeah, pretty feel good, don't you think? So folks at the company must have been high spirits lately, I take it. That's what I thought when I first heard about it, but I don't know. Maybe upper management's never happy? Because they're still just writing sales harder than ever, pushing the traditional consumer markets. I thought they'd start building a pitch for Congress the day the story dropped. A big patriotic campaign telling everyone why we need a contract for warm androids in the military. But I haven't heard about them moving staff around for anything like that. Maybe it's all above my pay grade. All the corporate power and money in the world, they're still such joyless assholes that they won't even celebrate their victories. So, David asked you to do this on Thursday, correct? Yeah, Thursday. And it passed last night, Friday. Yeah. Wait, you don't think that when we met he had already decided? It's not healthy to speculate on that sort of thing. More importantly, it's not helpful. The dead don't have anything to offer the living. I should know. You're probably right. Besides, we'll need to focus. Judging by the size of the crowd I'm looking at, looks like we're about to jump into the thick of it. Oh boy. 10:34 a.m. Noble Employee Housing. Building. Platea. Lobby. Ooh, that's a lot of people. Well, police. And I thought there were a lot of police here before. Maybe too late to ask, but you're not bad with crowds, are you, Morgan? She's kidding, right? It's downright airy in here compared to what we just waded through. Wide eyes and clenched fists. Heads peeking over shoulders and around signs. Police, both mechanical and warm-blooded. Closing ranks with holograms and quick-set wires to draw a severe perimeter. While protesters, mourners, fanatics, and busybodies shuffle about at the edges of the police line. The heat of their panicked anxiety washing over. Who the hell were all those people? Well, there's always been people with strong feelings about our products. Androids step further into the mob, gently, firmly, unfeelingly, parting the human tide. Most of them with official police branding, but a few remotely deputized consumer models emerge from the crowd to join them. All of them built by Noble. All of them built from David's code. All of them standing vigil outside his tomb. This is all technically company property, isn't it? Yep. David had the penthouse all to himself, but every other floor's tenants are Noble employees too. Not an uncommon arrangement. An up-down, work at Noble, rent it from Noble, wave hello to your Noble neighbor in the morning, make sure to request a spot in line at the official company crematorium. I don't actually do that last part. I think. Does Noble handle employee funerary arrangements? Yeah, it's a pretty standard benefit actually. It's cheap for them compared to dental. But Noble's always been generous with benefits. Work hard and the company will have you set for life. And after. Both the state and Noble have gotten themselves entrenched here in the lobby. Security and damage control and PR and liability, everybody just glad to be working. I'm feeling a little overstimulated. Any chance we can just skip all these checkpoints? No, absolutely not. So who do we need permission from? The cops or the company? My request went through, so we should have the go-ahead from both at this point. We won't need to go near the actual, still called a crime scene if it's not technically a crime. I don't want to think about how many suits Noble's paying to debate that question right now, this very instant. David's vault is in the penthouse's basement, but we can't get to it from these ground floor elevators. We'll have to ride straight up to the rooftop veranda, walk in his front door, and then head down. If Jeff says we can do all that without stumbling across where he died, then... Okay! So if we just flash my ID card at any problem that comes up, including him... Hey, oh my god. What the fuck was I doing for you? Hey ladies, look, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we're at capacity at the moment. Let anyone else by and we won't be able to maintain. Huh, you're the lawyer. Morgan. You caught me, detective! How long's it been? Feels like it's been ages. Oh dear, not still bitter about our last encounter, I hope. I'll live. I don't see the spunky one around. She taking a mental health day to preserve that unflappable charm? Detective Reyes is around. Why, you miss her that bad? I've had blind pimples that were more endearing. You two know each other? Jess Starling, meet homicide detective Kasim London. It's a pleasure, miss. Oh, likewise? As you might have guessed, the detective and I are acquainted. Comes with the line of work. Morgan's being modest, sweetheart. We're practically blood. Oh wow, me, sweetheart? Something wrong, Starling? No, nothing wrong. But close as we are, I still can't just let her walk in and off the street and onto the scene of an ongoing investigation. Even Noble's lawyers have to play by the rules today. By the rules, so there is a game afoot. makes you assume that I'm here in a professional capacity?
You're a criminal defense attorney and we're at a crime scene. Call it an old man's intuition.
Good detectives don't rely on intuition though, do they? They rely on evidence.
Oh, I don't rely on it, don't worry. I just need to lean on it every now and then. When I back acts up.
Oh, cool. Guy gets a bit of gray in his hair and thinks it's a free pass to act like a goddamn cowboy. Well, I'm afraid your intuition is a little off this morning, detective, and I'm here on a private matter.
The deceased wasn't your client?
No, that would have been a conflict of interest.
Conflict of you two knew each other. I see. In that case, allow me to give you my condolences.
Thank you. But what I could really use is a bit of your help.
You sure rally fast.
Jess? Right. We have this clearance here, detective. Sir, from legal, which allows us...
That's alright, little lady. I trust you. You can leave the paperwork holstered for now.
Little lady? We aren't here for David, really. We won't be setting foot anywhere near your staging area, detective.
Alright, why not?
How generous.
I can afford to be generous today, because if I screw up...
Gestures to the lobby full of suits and cops.
Plenty of folks at hand ready to pick up the slack.
Well, if you're that at ease, can I perhaps take this time to ask you a few questions?
Hey, you can always ask, Tiger. But I think you understand what I mean when I say whether or not I can answer is not entirely up to me.
Okay. Let's go. You're looking a bit haggard. How long have you been here anyway?
Since this morning. But civilized folks don't call it morning when the streetlights are still on.
We only got here around 1 or 2 in the morning. And still means homicide wasn't brought in until hours after Noble had the lay of the land. Sounds like you could use a break.
I could use a retirement package. Hey, you're a lawyer, right?
According to all my business cards.
Think I can sue for elder abuse?
Not that kind of lawyer, sorry. You would lose though.
I already regret asking.
Why have they got a homicide detective losing sleep over this anyway?
A man is dead and he wasn't killed by fire, a vehicle, organized criminals, or disinformation.
As far as we know.
So, at the moment, homicide's technically not the worst fit. But we're leading in name only. A high-profile death like this, everyone's got an eye on us. A hand placed firmly on the back of our neck.
I've been checking my phone, but the only thing the news seems to agree on is that David passed away.
Sorry, but if you're asking for details...
Oh, thank you. For not letting them make this into a parade. Yet.
We do our best to respect the privacy of anyone involved with an ongoing investigation.
You declined to say victim. Detective, Dr. Asher was a close friend of mine for many years. Yeah, he trusted Morgan more than anyone. Can you tell me if he killed himself?
It looks like that's the case.
I see. Thank you for telling me that. Dr.
Yeah, you're, well, sorry.
Another round of guarded words. David was an important man and it has only been a few hours. But all this tiptoeing gives me the feeling that whatever happened to David wasn't cut and dry. You boys and Noble all getting along with each other? Sharing your toys?
Some of the younger ones are bristling, but I always play well with others, counselor.
And how well do the Megs play with you? They gave you full access to the building security?
They've given us access and they say it's full. Some big penumbra system, top of the line coverage, top to bottom of the building. So as the data stream's torrential, it'll be a while before we can start making sense of it all.
A more conspiratorial man might think that was intentional.
bury us in data and hope we're too swamped to find whatever they're trying to hide. Maybe.
Wait, they gave you full access to the penumbra? But that means every android in the building is feeding you their full spectrum.
You know your stuff. The penumbra pulls data from any androids connected to a building's net, but that's not much help since there weren't any androids in the penthouse.
Right.
You know, I'd heard the rumors, never put much stock in them, but it's true. I sure really never owned a single android.
Never.
Well, I suppose I might do the same if I was the genius who programmed them all. Every time they open their mouths, it'd just be his own lip service refracted 1,000 times over, echoing back at him from behind a mask he carved.
So that means all you have to investigate with are the penthouse's security cameras.
Yeah, but that should be more than enough to wrap up a case like this.
And then it wasn't.
There ain't no way. In a good way, I mean. We're very much on top of this, ladies.
And then they weren't. Bet. David was one of the biggest names in tech. He was the face of Noble Electronics.
Uh-huh.
One could argue androids are only as common as they are today because of his contributions to the field.
Some people felt that way, sure.
So do you think anyone would want to hurt him because of that?
Remind me, which one of us is the detective again?
You really won't let me pick your brain?
You already know the answer. Yeah. Ads are controversial. Androids especially.
We at Noble are aware that our products are sometimes the subject of heated debate, but...
No need to quote the handbook at us, miss. Truth be told, I never really understood the hate.
It's not that complicated, is it? How many people have lost a job to an ad at least once in their career?
Last one of them lost their jobs because their bosses, their flesh and blood bosses, fired them. Nah, ads are just a symptom. Scratch that. Ads are just a product. Getting mad at them is pointless. And vandalizing them is less than pointless because unlike us, they're all insured.
And besides, Android production has surged over the last decade to become one of the nation's biggest exports.
True. Nice to have at least one thing we make in this country.
That's right. Noble only outsources the production of a small handful of internal components. Every other part of the manufacturing process is proudly done right here at home. I somehow doubt everyone considers the specifics of Noble's supply chain to be a point of national pride. You don't need a political science degree to see how much the state values Noble's contributions to the national economy.
Alright, now listen. I don't mind being helpful, and I am trying to be sensitive here. But we really do have a lot on our hands at the moment. So I'm going to have to ask you to be discreet and ideally fast.
Well, our business is just in the basement. David's basement.
But the penthouse is on the top floor, the roof, so its basement would be
second to last floor if you want to be technical, detective. The point is, we don't need to go into the kitchen or the parlor. We'll go straight back to his workshop and head downstairs. Kitchen and the parlor.
I understand. But all the same, I'd like to escort you two ladies there myself.
Wow, an escort like royalty. Isn't he a gentleman? Huh? Oh, yes, he's... Lead the way, detective. Jess, is this your taste in men? Maybe it's just because I'm doing a deep voice that probably kind of is middling, and also making my throat die a little bit. Going on? Come on now, Jess. Come on, Jess. Come on, Jess. True to his word, London ushered us past chattering suits and humming drones through the checkpoints and into the elevator. As I climbed into the sky, we got a good look at the growing throng of people gathered outside. And its shifting makeup. Seems like it's mostly protesters now, or worse, brand loyalists. Idiots led around by the nose their whole life, following the musk of whatever trend is laid out before them each morning. Today's trail having led them here for half reasons they couldn't put into words even if their lives depended on it. They're like insects. Thank you, Morgan. And they look like them from up here. They're probably already preparing their spin. The misunderstood genius of Dr. David Usher, a video essay in 5 parts. Why the company insisted on cultivating such a following for him, I've never understood. They could have easily pinned his achievements on someone more marketable. Some random photogenic employee or a fashion model with glasses. David wouldn't have minded. He never wanted the attention, the chaos. Maybe it's as simple as bad luck. Just happened to have the right look for the part. Man buried in his work with his eyes fixed ahead. I don't think I've seen him yet. Is that? What's the what do we reckon that it's in the profiles? Hold on. Penthouse. Yep. Up we go. Let me see. Here we go. Ah. Sense of humor unique. Oh, typo. A little bit taller than a little bit taller than Morgan. Yeah. Let me see. What? Player to the rich and famous, semi-retire. Pretty woman, expensive liquor. Whoa, she's bisexual. I didn't know that. You're like 24 karat. Age difficult to verify. Cigars, Death 13 cigarettes, and other adult stuff. Yeah, girl? I really should have checked in here a little more often. Hello there, London. May 5th. Wait. Fuck! It's bad at remembering birthdays. We're 3 days past his birthday. Bless. Sorry, man. He does seem like a fall colors person. White run. Okay. Dogs good at. Can see this? Sterling. June 24th. 176. Executive assistant. Dancing, buying shoes, reselling shoes is beautiful. Charm point, earnest smile. Bar hops, reads the stock market. Okay, she's a little. Hold on. I just want to peek at the rest of these. Okay. I was just curious. Then I'm assuming mega corporations. Tired of having to read anti-industrious sentiments on the net? Check out our auto-censor tools that replace harmful words like meg with family-friendly alternatives, like a job creator or a patriot. Beautiful. Oh, that's incredible. Bless. Yeah. Yep. Missed. Okay, yep. Automated dependent, legal designation. Okay. David is sure. Oh, they're live updating. Oh wait, let me unpin this. I'm no longer eating. I haven't been eating for several like an hour probably. Retained the original path. 10. Okay, I see. Dissemination of disinformation of a class 3 misdemeanor. So true. Logo. We're gonna
Process your request with level Peter. So we ragdolled. Big Bad Wolf is here. You are clear for clearing out this cache of soy slop before it could clog your brain's arteries any further. To whatever dumbass dishwater script kitty yelled at to come fix this. A word of advice from your superior. I own that password suggestion algorithm. Want to resecure? Try this. Relax your shoulders. Stand up from your desk. Take a deep breath. And then firebomb your own servers. Literally cheaper for you at this point. For the rest of you slackjaws, screen lobotomites looking for a little excitement in their search history, find a pig and rip their throat out. That'll teach you how to run with the wolf. Lobo's king. Okay. Have a joyous time. They seem like quite the character. Body mods. Your return mods. Can you undo mod surgery? Best reviewed neural implants 2086. So true. Novel. Okay. 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 There we go. Got all that. This is what his laboratory. I really should read that more because that was actually really interesting. Also, hold on. I have quick saving currently unavailable. Let me save to his shop, he called it. How down to earth. It's messy in here. David was always disorganized. Why a programmer needed to make such a mess just to run tests on computers, I'll never... Sloppy as he could be, he didn't like it when other people saw it. He was leaving things like this. Must not have entertained any guests around here in some time. Thanks for all your help, Detective London. Don't mention it. What, you want me to step out? It won't take long. Not lacking for boldness, are you? Look, I have to take a phone call. We'll be in and out as soon as possible, promise. And whatever Dr. Ash wanted set aside for his foundation, we'll be sure to flag it. Right. She's already wearing gloves. If we find a dead body, you'll be our first call. Morgan, what was that stuff about his foundation? Dr. Ash's charity has always been managed by an outside group. You haven't spent a lot of time around crime scenes, have you? Actually, this is my first. Well, generally speaking, it's not really common to retrieve things from the premises while the cops are still searching them. Oh! Look, if David had something to give to me, we can go get it. We just can't make a ton of noise about it, okay? Of course. Great, after you. Right, quiet as a church house. The phrase is quiet as a church mouse, but I can't wait for there to just be a whole android judging based on the teaser part. Call myself, I'm okay. But now it doesn't seem like the time to correct her. Hello, K9. Welcome back. How was going back to sleep? Was it lovely? Nice. We're at the scene of the crime, and by crime I mean Morgan's homeboy is dead. I can show you him in a second. Killer's usual return back to the scene because, okay, Morgan did not kill this one. Shockingly. Here, hold up. Profiles. How's this guy? Sounds like Morgan? Truly, no. She was away when he died. And also, it was poison. I don't think Morgan would... Well, that's what it's seeming like right now. Dead mom haircut. Exactly!
This is the guy that we saw in the teaser, so I think that the dead mom haircut is pretty suitable, all things considered. We got the anime dead mom in here. Oh, we're at 7 tokens, cool. But yeah, so got that. We also we're with his assistant right now, and we also saw the detective from last time who is currently here because they're trying to figure out if it was a homicide. Yeah. David's shop was a mess, but the mess felt familiar. It was very David. Looking down here, I barely recognize the place. For starters, there's a goddamn gym. David hated exercise, always claimed he didn't have the time for it. Even when I got him that treadmill and the subscription for the personal coaching program with the scheduling subroutine, said he couldn't find the time. And even when I explained to him that the program accounted for that and adapted to his schedule, he still... Yeah, of course. Morgan, what's up? Yes, of course. And I hope that you have got enough rest. Beautiful CG as well. Yeah, no, it's lovely. You're smiling. What's so funny? Nothing. Just surprised to see the place renovated. Yeah, he actually had me on mail tag with a couple contractors a while back. Never thought I'd have to learn so much about concrete and wiring and marble. He has a fucking car floating in here? Bro? Did you know that marble needs to be treated or else indoor air will start to corrode it? I think you might have... Did you get scammed? I didn't know that. Is that true? Wait, it's not? But our guy told me that without an epoxy finish, the entire bar table could... Is that the vault over there then? Yeah, no, he's the... Okay. The guy who's dead, David Assure, aka also Morgan's like friend of many years. He was the lead programmer for the people who make all of the androids, basically. Well, the main people who make androids. So yeah, no, he's rich. We are in a company building right now, but it's like company housing on the cyberpunk dystopia. Yeah. Anyway, continuing. Yeah, stands out, I guess. Why is there a car? Jess, be super real with me. Did you put a car in here for no fucking reason? Programmer in the cyber future? Yep. Yeah. No, he's Here's the thing. I don't know if it's aesthetic. I keep on looking over there and I'm like, why is the car there? Bigger Hot Wheels? I'm not sure that he likes it. Nervous? Oh yeah. Jess is his personal assistant and has something to give Morgan, which I think is a whole child, basically, but you know. What's that? Oh, a little, I guess. But the inhaler helps mostly, so... Aren't you going to open it? Open it? Don't you know the combination? No, I do not know the combination to David's basement vault. Oh! Oh! Oh, no, how could I... He didn't tell you or give you a code or... He gave me the code to get into the building. Oh, this is a banger theme. And the parking garage, but not the code to whatever this is. Jess, good? Okay. You know, there were a lot of scattered papers back in the shop. You have left you a note on one of them? Yes, he could have. You would have. In fact, I think he probably did. You just stay right here, Morgan. I will have this said in just a sec. Sounds good. Alright then. Well, it's definitely locked. Looks like it's a Tempest Basics Sturticure anti-hack, anti-digital high-rated code panel. Nothing basic about it, but at least I can see the password's limited to 6 characters. Only 1 million possible combination. Oh, I love these options so much. Morgan, how pissed are we feeling? Maybe I'll get lucky. That bang woke me up. Sorry. Sorry, Mr. K9. What is it? Are you in that vault? They're knocking. Can you please open the door? I think it's so fun. I really want to see what Morgan would try. No saves. We're brave. Slim chances, but what the hell? Why shouldn't I give it a shot? Try his birthday. Try my birthday. Try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm trying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because I don't think that he would change it. Is my thought. Nothing's happening. Okay, that was dumb. Man, damn it. I don't really want to dwell on why I thought that could work. Forget it. There's a different terminal over here. Man. Cotter security systems, according to the label. Maybe it controls the whole room. Damn, it's password protected too. And the code's 64 digits long? What's the point of a camera system that's harder to crack than your literal vault, you egg-headed? Okay, yeah, a programmer probably would care more about his IoT than whatever you can fit in a safety deposit box. Is it referring to Internet of Things? Or, hold on. Got this? Shipping and stuff. Egg-headed. You know, Morgan gets to speak ill of the dead because she knew him. It's fine. Okay, it is still talking about Internet of Things. Wait, hold on. Oh, great! An advertising profile? Thank goodness! Wow! Yay! I've always wanted to be tracked through every single thing I'm doing. Goodness. Anyway. Guess it's a 6-digit vault or nothing. But I'm a lawyer, not a lockpick. And whatever other felonies I get up to in my private time, I've never pulled off a bank heist before. Only tool I've got here is my head. So what do I know? I know whatever David put in the safe, he wanted it kept secure. I also know they wanted me to have it. So maybe he thought ahead. Maybe he guarded it in such a way that I would be the only one who could get to it. This is a great question as to how far he's thinking ahead. Because, you know, you can do a billion ciphers and have a great time doing it, and then you can also turn around and decide, you know what? I'm just going to say whatever the fuck comes into my head immediately, because why not? David liked games, and he really liked beating me. Plus one. If he's left one last puzzle for me, I don't mind going another round. Oh hell yeah. I love... Oh. Okay, let's look at this. Taking a closer look. There's a pretty serious looking set of resistance training equipment. Those are... Yeah, those look pretty heavy. He does not look strong enough for that. These weights, they're all set near the max. If Noble hadn't appointed him a nutritionist along with his stylist, David would be downright scrawny. There's no way he was putting up these numbers. In which case, the digits on the weights could be a clue, but there's too many and I can't guess the order. So what the hell, Asher? Just set all the weights to max because it looked more neat? Probably. Can we please talk? Can we address the elephant in the room? Admire. Okay, painting thing. There's that on the wall. There's a robot arm. There's alcohol. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait, what is this? This flooring's a new addition. It looks rough like sandpaper, but it's bouncy. Rubberized. Feels like something you drag your feet on at the gym or on a factory floor. It's more High performance, then high class. Expensive, but not in the way you'd expect for a penthouse. Well, scratch that. It's actually cracked here. Rubber doesn't break, it bends. That's its thing. So someone must have cheaped out during the installation. Left a defect in. That, or David left a jack climber on overnight. Okay, so we looked at that, we looked at that. What's up with these? Okay, let's admire whatever the hell this painting is. It's a very big painting. And it's impressionist? No, cubicle. Cubist was just still incorrect. Yeah, cubicle. That sounds right. It's not. Okay. Who are you? Who are you in the corner? Is that the tutorial? I think that's the tutorial text almost. Whatever its style, I do remember that David liked this painting. There was a date on it. That could be a 6-digit password, but I don't see one anywhere. Maybe assigning your work was considered gauche among the cubicalists? So true. David's wine collection, still towering over the room. Don't know why he'd buy so many bottles. He didn't even particularly like this stuff. Maybe just to fill out all these shelves. Not all the bottles are untouched. Some of them don't have dust on them at all. Some mechanism for retrieving bottles off the rack. The latest bottle chosen was a Murducomp 81. Could be significant. Except the digits only list the year they were bottled, not the month or day. It's not enough digits for the code. Damn. Okay. Oh. Was that this? Okay, I think that was just it replaying. This must be his spare liquor cabinet. I'm so glad that he has a place to admire a car. What? Okay, the things down here are Internet of Things security, a safe with a 6-digit password, and weights that he probably doesn't use. Well, no, he clearly doesn't use. Random car that's floating. And then a lot of liquor. Damn. There's a lot of good stuff in here. And a lot of bottom shelf swill. Kind of bargain bin vodka and nose burner whiskey. Now, only an undergrad programmer could. Okay. Hey now. Be kind to me. Be kind to me? We're not gonna talk about my feelings on vodka. Thank you. And I'll say that I'm not that big of a fan of whiskey, even though there's still some in there. It's not just sweet like that, overpowering. 1 part per million can cover up even the cheapest aftertaste. Honestly, I think everyone's really big fan of Smirnoffs. Alright, I've searched the whole room now. Time to make or break. Okay. Can't open the phone right now, clearly. I mean, there's the 81 on the other thing, but then there's the other. What was it? Murducomp 81? That was the only thing with actual things, but then there was a crack in the floor, which does not feel not insignificant. Well, it doesn't feel insignificant. Because clearly something had to be moved. Bottle of wine is the easiest one. Nostalgia. Man, fuck if I know. You know what? I'm just gonna say 654321. Can I just? Oh. Wait. Cubist? No dice. I feel like there was at least one hint I came across. Better try again. Not? Okay. Vodka is 5 letters. I can't use vodka. Pa. It's I probably should have been paying more attention. Okay. Do I have? No, I don't have an. I don't have anything in inhabitants. No. Oh wait, hold on. I didn't actually read it in here. Predator slash as predator. Predator is an oil on canvas paint. I should have checked in here first. I just started typing shit in it. 654321 was gonna be my next guess. Because it's I'm very astute like that. It's an oil on canvas painting by the mid 21st century neo-abstract expressionist Mads Hayskort. Arguably his most well-known work, it was displayed in the Krullerheim Center d'Art Moderne for 9 months before he entered the premises on 11/25/58 and used a hunting knife to cut this singular massive canvas into 3 separate pieces. When asked for comment, Hayskort replied, "My works are not complete until they have been signed." Okay, 11/25/58 then. No. 11/25/58, the date the painting was signed. Password that is and isn't left in plain sight. Nice one. Hey Morgan, What? How did you get it to open? What is that? I turned back around just in time to see the door finish swinging open with mechanical grace, revealing a girl. The barcode emblazoned across her temple, required by law to be plainly visible. It's an android, clearly marked as such. Yet, even standing this close, I could swear it's snoring? I stepped forward and placed the back of my wrist on the android's brow. Warm. It must be a prototype for the Animate 16. Maybe a prototype for the 17 or 18? A biomechanical android with real human flesh. I'm sorry, biomechanical, yes, but it's organic flesh, not human. They're grown from lax Gemini cultures, but Sorry, I misspoke. Right, understandable since you seem surprised, Jess. Hasn't Noble been working on warm androids like this one for a few years now? Warm androids like this one? I mean, yes, we have. Sorry, it's just this particular model is very it's very cutting edge, bleeding edge, judging by the flesh in those cheeks. I think it's safe to say that we've found what we're looking for. I think so too. That presents a problem then. Oh, do you not approve? I've got nothing against androids. My concern is a bit more immediate and, well, practical. Practical? I don't know how to turn it on. Do you see a switch or something? Do you? Can we turn it around or? I poked the android's ribs. A little less give than I expected, given its frame. The rigidity is remarkably lifelike. Place my hand on the shoulder and give it a shake, but it doesn't budge. This thing has to weigh more than... Right! Androids mostly transport themselves, so people are always surprised to find out they're a bit heavier than they look. A bit? Surprised the whole room is implanted. Ah, that's the crack in the floor. There's no way in hell we're moving this thing without waking it up. Crap! Where's the fault now? This... I was able to guess the combination just by poking around. Compared to that, finding this hunk of junk's power switch would be child's play. I think I know where to start. Jess, I'm going to step back into the lab for a moment, alright? Huh? Oh, sure. I'll, there's gotta be a manual around here. Good idea, it might be some kind of prototype, but it's still got a barcode. Maybe you can scan its GIN number and find something in the company files. Yeah, of course! All generic ID numbers should be paired with industry standard files on maintenance, tracking, power requirements. I somehow doubt that the enigmatic android taking a catnap in a sarcophagus in David Usher's basement will have a user manual, but it can't hurt for her to try and... Everything's died. I'm okay, broke a heel, but I'm okay. I carry glue. And I'd rather search the lab by myself. Oh, she's clumsy. I'm really enjoying all of the, what's it called? The design so far. I'm really kind of tempted to try and emulate the art style and have a different PNG tube for this. If I'm being so for real. Now then, if I were David and I wanted to make sure only one person would be able to walk out of here with an android, how would I set that up? Oh boy, I love puzzles. Ah, okay. These appear to be holding tanks for something. How should I know? No labels are on anything, typical for a genius. A nightmare for anyone trying to pick up after him. A little more hard science than I expected in here. Centrifuges and glass and microscopes. Don't programmers do all their work with a keyboard? He's making life. Don't even worry about it. That's his daughter. Boot up. Let's check everything else first. Examine this. Yep. Diagrams of human anatomy. The hands are highlighted. The most developed part of the human body, good for making stone axes and sending emails. Robots and frames can do just fine with claws or 3D imitations, but androids are expected to look like people and move like them too. Getting the hands right must be a big priority at no. Huh. The AI thing. Getting the hands right. That tree-like shape on the right is a neuron. Those branches receive input of varying weight, and then if the sum is greater than a certain threshold, neuron fires. 0 becomes a 1, all the other zeros around it take that into consideration. Repeat that a couple billion times a second and you've got the human brain, a computer powerful enough to simulate all of reality. That's the analogy I read in a magazine anyway. Okay. I haven't seen one since college, but there's supposed to be a 3D printer. Of some sort. Feels expensive enough to make other printers look like soda fountains by comparison. Better not mess with any settings. I may switch back to using keyboard because I kind of prefer that. Looks like a fairly normal computer. If I'm lucky, the security will be fairly normal as well. Boot up complete. Username? Vocal commands? David Usher? Morgan? Guest? Thank you for logging in as a guest. It didn't recognize my voice, so I can't probably rule out a vocal command being the key to waking the android. Do you have a question? More than one. Right now though, what should I search for on his computer? Let's see his... Let's go with basement heart. I was so tempted. But you know, we'll be in character. We won't let Morgan immediately search herself up. 812 search results on the local drive. Wow, this is more helpful than Windows 10. Should I expand the search? Auditing how he renovated the basement could take all day. Search files for Android. 60,000 results and counting. Yeah, okay. David would have a lot of files on Androids. I'll need to search smarter than that. Okay. Search files for Morgan. 23 results on the local drive. I can work with that. Mostly phone book and social data. I don't recognize this file type. Some kind of personnel format? Date of birth, education, occupation, blood type, height, and weight. Alright, buddy. No invasive, don't you think? Don't you know that it's rude to ask a woman that? Or at least... Okay, I feel like it's more rude to have DNA and fingerprints in there. Why do you have that, homeboy? Yeah, why do you have that, David? My DNA isn't in any database. I've made sure of that. So he couldn't have bought this anywhere. He must have collected it himself from a wine glass or the like. Would have been easy to do. But why do it? Yeah, David. The fuck? Hey, man. Why are we doing cloning? Are you 3D printing a smaller Morgan? Real. All right, I'm starting to get a pretty clear picture of what it'll take to turn on this android. Yeah, it'll be touch, right? I've got the what for the where and the how. We'll just have to manage. It's still just a piece of machinery. If it really won't turn on, I can always start hitting it. No, don't do it. It's literally drooling. Be kind. Be kind. Morgan, there you are. I've looked in every registry I could find and every database I could get into, but I don't think this android is in the system. It's a long shot. Don't beat yourself up over it. Yes, but an android without the proper identification is... It's only buying or selling an android without proper identification that's legal. And it doesn't seem like you ordered this online. That'd be kind of impressive. I guess you're right, huh? We'll have it registered soon enough anyway. I think I figured out what we need to do here. Oh! If David really wanted me to have this, he would have left some way for me to turn it on. What are you thinking? David had my fingerprints and my DNA on file, because that's a really normal thing for your best friend to have. And I will be giving all of my best friends this. By requiring both, he could be reasonably sure that no one was powering up this android without my approval. You've done a swab before, haven't you? Every month for the company. Apparently they're building a database on employee epigenetics cross-reference with... They're doing what now? Oh, so you're gonna... My DNA and my fingerprint make the key. Now, where do I walk? I feel like nose or hand is the most likely. I don't really want to do a Sleeping Beauty move because, let's be honest, that was weird. I want to do nose first because I think it's funny to boop. Hold on. I'm actually going to... I'm actually going to save here because I am kind of curious, just in case I have this on my single. Oh, wait, no, I do want that. Okay. Boop the snoop. The nose? I guess it's not impossible. Oh, Morgan? Are you really gonna stick your thumb up its nose? No, I'm not. I want to poke it! It takes something that silly to boot it up. I don't even want it anymore. Man. Please don't make me touch that. There was the diagram back in the shop. Was it meant to be a literal handshake verification? Oh, thought that would work. Me too. I guess lips feels less weird than chest. It's either lips or like chest for heart. I don't want to put my fingers in a sleeping person's mouth. There's somewhere with this love surface area that goes through the chest. I'm not doing that. Well, we've ended up going through all of the options. The lips are one of the most sensitive parts of the body. Not the worst place to make a scan, even if it was gross placing my finger there. Oh, that's still not doing it. Oh. Come on, do I really need to push my finger deeper? Jiggle the key? Oh man, you really went right in there. Are you touching the top? It's winking at me. Hey man, hey, good morning. Just put a finger in your mouth. Don't even worry about it. Good morning. Come on, man. Hello, Sarah. It'll be beautiful, this. Good morning to you too. This is so beautiful. Cute. Hello. I've never seen you two before. I guess we should introduce ourselves then. Hi! This is Jessica Starling. She works for Dr. Usher. I'm Morgan, a friend of his. Got all that? I understand. She is Jessica Starling and you are Morgan. Last name unknown? No, Morgan is my Father told me about you. Oh, he did? Wait. Father? David? You had it call you daddy? I'm referring to Dr. David Asher. Well, he does have the dead mom haircut. Had to get it from being a parental figure somehow. Are you confused? That's not the word I'd use. I'll throw a bone beyond the grave for the good doctor and just move this along. Did David say that he was giving you to me? Transferring ownership? Ownership? That is correct. And what else did... Mostly correct. Right, and what else did he tell you? Many things. Can you specify? That conversation was the first thing David figured out how to program. Did Dr. Asher tell you anything that he wanted to convey to Morgan? A message you were supposed to pass on? Yes. Jess, I think it's trying to... oh, okay, sure, I'll give you two. Or, well, I'll give you some privacy, Morgan. I've actually gotten about 14 messages in the last 2 minutes, so... I'll just head back up to the lab to take some calls, okay? Thanks, Jess. Yes. Thank you, Jess. You're welcome. It's the two of us now. So, what do I call you? My name is Sarah. It's nice to meet you, Morgan. Trust me, the pleasure's all mine. So, what's the message? Father told me that I would be living with you from now on, and he told me that you would look after me. Shouldn't it be the other way around? Should it? Modeled this life like with warmth and breath and something close to blood in its veins. Just what are you, anyway? I forgot my name already? That's Sarah. What are you built for? You're warm, obviously. You're not one of those physical therapy models, are you? That would be highly illegal. I haven't completed 500 hours of study at a state-approved massage therapy school. I haven't even completed 1 hour. What purpose did Dr. Asher design you for? I don't know the answer to that question. You don't know why he built you? No. Should I? How can you not? Do you? Would I be asking you if I did? I meant, do you know why you were created? Why you were born? I love you, Sarah. Why? Why me? Why would you? Why are you doing it? You're a freak. A monster! What the hell's wrong with you? Please don't kill me. Please. Why? Why? Why was a monster like you ever born? Guess I walked into that one. I was starting to wonder if you even had the Turing solution. There's framework for programming linguistics in artificial systems, and the body of work for which he first gained international recognition. Yeah, an international jelly. Do you have an answer to my question? An answer to why you were created? Why you exist? Occam's razor. I'm here because my parents wanted me. I see. Then I will give a similar answer. I was created because Father wanted to make me. Can't argue with that logic, can I? Can't argue with that logic. Father did say that you're a lawyer. Yeah, that's me. You're a lawyer, and I defeated you with logic. World-class, high-power attorney, the best defense money can buy. So, do you catch criminals? That's what cops do. Do you litigate criminals? That's what prosecutors do. Then, do you fight for the underrepresented? Expose injustice? Sue corrupt corporations and officials? I don't think anyone does that anymore. And what do you do? I'm a criminal defense attorney. A defender of the innocent and powerless. Uh-huh. Do you also... Now that you know all about me, what can you tell me about yourself? I've never had to do that before. First and for everything, how old are you? I'm not sure I can give a satisfactory answer. Oh, for 2 on answering simple questions. What's the date on your earliest memory? 2 years ago. And where were you constructed or assembled or whatever? What facility? I was not constructed at any facility. Father created me here. By himself. You're saying if I took you apart, I wouldn't be able to find any markers from any manufacturers, any IDs of any designer? You want to take me apart? David was a programmer, not an engineer. How could he build a custom android from scratch in the comfort of his own home? He couldn't have. He must have had help, probably a whole department's worth. If you ask around, there's gotta be someone in the company who can ID this thing. Let me figure out what's so important about it. You don't look like any androids I've ever seen. What are you made of? This body is comprised of organic tissues integrated directly into cybernetic systems. They require organic nourishment, including water, carbohydrates, and salt. Wait. Warm androids have to eat and drink? They cannot be worth that much trouble. My cybernetic systems operate largely as analogs to their equivalents in the human body. I have a respiratory system for oxygen exchange and a centrally located pump that circulates oxygen. I mean, you've got a heart? How quaint. But where does all the extra weight come from? Pardon? I tried moving you earlier and felt like I was pulling against a truck. My skeleton is a combination of medical-grade plastics and a military-grade titanium carbide alloy. That sure took the wind out of her sails. My muscles are made of adaptive rare earth alloy nanoweave fiber with shock absorption and kinetic chain potential rated pass. Wait, did you say military grade? I have grip strength above 1,000 kilograms. Hello? Bro is once again rich as fuck, and also he's got a mega powered daughter that he built. Sarah, you don't need me to die for you. I think I would die for you. That's fine though. I can run at sustained speeds over 60 kilometers per hour. Where did he get military grade stuff though without anybody realizing? I can jump 6 foot vertical leap, 6 meters vertically. I can lift approximately. I'm not sure what kind of grip strength most androids are walking around with. I've never seen any of them move the way it's talking about. Even just standing there, it seems to be poised. Control spring tight. Strength and flexibility like a ballerina or a gymnast. Strong enough to flip over a tank. Lifelike enough to avoid detection. As long as it never stepped on a scale, it'd make for the perfect infiltration unit. The perfect weapon. Keep its development a secret. Did David really put something that heavy on my plate? Dismantling a military prototype in secret? There was the mentions of the whole thing with things being in the military. Maybe this is why? Are you deep in thought? But a military infiltration android would look more crew cut and forgettable. And would David really devote personal time and effort just to make another weapon for the military? I sure hope not. I have other features I could tell you about if you'd like. If I shot you, would you die? It would be very painful, and there would be a discharge of fluid, but conventional weapons would not prove particularly effective. That settles it. This thing's a weapon, sure as that. Would you like to know about my hair? Your hair? I'm impressed you noticed. Each fiber contains a miniaturized solar cell lattice technology allowing me to remain charged throughout the daytime. That must come in handy. I haven't actually had the chance to use it yet. This room has ambient wireless charging functionality, and I haven't gone inside much. Okay, maybe it's not a weapon after all. You look at her. Look at her. Look at her. She's so cute. How could you look? She's just a baby. You're just a pincushion, aren't you? I'm not familiar with the term. Switching. Pincushion jargon design refers to prototypes filled with experimental technologies to check for compatibility issues. An idea, but not sure what to do with it. Stick it in the pincushion. As good an explanation as any for what I'm staring at. A mishmash of state-of-the-art military features spliced with odd new technologies and seemingly pointless additions. The end result being a singular, unsellable android that wasn't particularly good at anything and would break down after only a few years. Pincushions are a small but valid part of the field of android manufacturing. They're valuable to collectors who see them as time capsules filled with their designers' most outlandish ideas and least reproducible results. Even the most nonsensical pincushions are built via committee over years. Numerous engineers and programmers adding in their pet functions. Ever considered that you just wanted a really, really good kid? Exactly. Look, if you wanted his daughter to be able to flip over cars, I mean, what parent doesn't want their daughter to be able to flip over cars? You know? The android before me claims to have been built by one man, a man who's now... Seems like we got off track there, Sarah. Was there anything else David told you to remind me? Besides that you were to look after me? He also told me that you were reliable and that I should trust you. He also said that I was to listen to you and obey your construction. I too want Superboy as a kid. Exactly. Finally, some good news. As you say, Adonai. What's that? That word you called me, what was it? Adonai, from classical Hebrew. Slated literally, it means my lord. Do you prefer that I call you master? No. Very good, Adonai. Why did David use Hebrew, though? Abrahamic myth tells of servants constructed out of earth and clay. Oh! Designed to resemble and obey their masters. Golems. I see. Father must have found the comparison appropriate. Amusing, more likely. It's just a joke. Father would not make light of such a thing. Sure he would. Perhaps we should ask him to clarify his reasoning for himself. Yeah. Where is Father, by the way? Is he upstairs? Funny thing about your dad, Sarah. When was the last time you were active? 38 hours ago. Thursday night then? Correct. Right. David Assure is dead. He died last night, understand? Oh. Man! May I see him? See him? No, I won't be able to see him. Funeral's probably not for a few days. Father was not sick. I don't feel like doing the whole song and dance with 2 robots in one day. Be kind to her. That's very charming, but let's go to commands only. What happened? Did he have an accident? Why is it still doing the theatrics? Does it not recognize my authority yet? The police have determined that he committed suicide. For the time being, we gotta focus on getting you properly registered. Maybe then you'll take commands the first time I say them and not... The police are wrong. Excuse me? They are wrong. Father did not commit suicide. He would never do such a thing. He told me... Look, Sarah. I'm sorry? You're sorry? Father said you were his friend. How are you so calm? I've been around death a lot, so don't try to lecture me about grief, spearmint. My name is Sarah. You will use it because my father, Dr. David Assure, the greatest program in the world, gave it to me, and he did not kill himself. Let's say you're right. David didn't commit suicide. Sarah's not just... Yeah, no, that's his daughter. Of course there's no protocols to, like, turn it to command only. Be kind. If that's the case, the police will realize that soon enough. The Police have already made their determination. That's what you just said. I said you were a lawyer. You were capable and reliable and a friend. You should be looking into his debt. That's... Is that an order? Of course not. It is a request. I don't know. A request that I'll have to refuse. The police have their job and I have mine. If I stick my nose into their investigation any further, they'll come down on me hard. Cops don't like lawyers on principle. What they really hate are people who tell them how to do their job. Man, now I feel bad. Look at her face. How is Morgan looking at this face and being like, let's go, we need to... Father asked you to look after me. Yeah, he did. He also said that you should obey me, but you don't seem quite as fixated on that part. And he said something else. So that you owed him a favor. Sarah ruined her for not helping out your dad. I think, you know, Morgan, hand on shoulder. Congrats on the adoption papers that were signed by you, because I don't know if you were you? I don't think you were here, K9. The activation for turning Sarah on is sticking your finger in her mouth, and so to make sure that Morgan could turn Sarah on, he stole some of Morgan's DNA at some fucking point. You should be asking David this. Let's be real. One favor. The thin ice starts here, Spearmint. That was between him and me. Father is gone, so now it is between you and I. And I'm calling in the favor now. That's your kid. This is your kid now, Morgan. What? You don't have to take care of me anymore. Consider that request null and void. You can sell me to some collector, or you can donate me to a university. It doesn't matter. In exchange, you will prove that Father did not kill himself. You will make sure that whoever hurt him is held accountable. Trade offer. Why are you laughing? It's you and me, not you and I. You and me. David would roll over in his grave if he knew you'd got that wrong. This is so beautiful. It's not my intention to amuse or rotate. No, that's for damn sure. Fine, I'll take that deal, Sarah. I mean, you'll prove that Father did not? I mean, I'll look into it. I'm a lawyer. I don't prove anything. I just disprove what I can. Then where do we start? Wait, I didn't realize you had a law degree. I do not have a law degree, but I am a fast learner. This isn't a job interview, and I am far from useless. The ad did raise at least one good question. Where do I start? I'm a defense attorney, not a police detective, and David was my friend, not my client. I won't be able to poke around at all unless... And I'm also capable of... You tell a lie. I am capable of making statements that are false. Guess it'll have to do. Are you gonna ask me to lie? Yes. To the police, in fact. Lying to the police is a felony. Hell yeah, it is. There's been so much worse that's been going on, Sarah. Sorry. Interns don't commit felonies, they make errors. I fell back asleep. Oh, only remember Morgan's horrible attempt to open a that was the attempt to open the vault. That's when I put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We looked around the room and found the actual thing. But it had me actually input something. And I did nearly just be like, anyway, I am going to almost input 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 because it would be really funny. It would be really funny if that was a password. I see. What kind of error did you have in mind, Adonai? Let's go! We love lying! Did it work? No. I didn't get to try it. I actually found out what the actual thing was before I tried it. So. Are you sure about this? You have questions too, don't you? Right now, I'm just a little better equipped to get answers than you are. Jess, you use your inhaler a lot, girl. Okay, go for it. I'll make sure they're watching. Is the air quality at Noble headquarters kept up to state standards? What's that? All these Noble employees seem to have asthma. Was father also working under such poor conditions? They don't have asthma. Then why are they all carrying inhalers? I had this question too, actually. Just as stressed the fuck out. It looks like an inhaler. Adjects. Yep. It's just drugs. God bless. As a class 2 stimulant of least concern. You can just have it. Beautiful. It's only for work performance. Workplace adrozone, sometimes called dispenser biomonitor enhanced inhalers, automatically detect overdoses and keep track of possible habit formation. Automatic safety levels may be adjusted at supervisor's discretion. Wow. Okay. It's a purely recreational drug. I mean, it sounds like it is, basically. Beautiful. Oh, in 2084, an industrial hydrogen fuel accident resulted in the death of all 391 known school head members, placing the investigation as okay, crazy. Wow. This is generic identification number. Fake GIN barcodes, fins, one of the most commonly requested tattoos. Yeah. That makes sense. Sorts of GIN. Yeah. I see. Oh, you need to get water. You need to water them. Wow. Okay. Makes sense. You need cooling. And it's pretty normal to drink water, last I checked. Wait. It is pretty normal to drink water. Hold up. Hey now, if it works, it works. It reminded me to actually drink water. That's a rarity. Okay. Turing solution, all of this. I'm realizing, because I really need to be looking at all of these files as they come in, it seems, because they do have, like, a lot of relevant information. Or in this case, it's just world building, but, you know. Let's get out of here. Okay. Back to it. Well, you see, Sarah, it's work approved high. Yes, ma'am, she's right over here. Oh, it's you. Oh, it's you. Did I mess up? On the contrary. That's why I choose a DA. Quiet. Ooh. She succeeded spectacularly in getting nobles. Ears perked up. Emma Rockford! Didn't think I'd run into you here. Yeah, didn't think I'd be here either. The powers that be think my presence sends a strong message to the Meg, so... No, wait, what are you doing here? A few minutes later. I see, I'm so sorry for your loss. Thank you for saying that. Thank you, Detective Reyes, for your many kind words. We can't all be as talkative as you. Normally, quoting poetry would feel pretentious, but you were so genuine in your reading. Bite me. I don't know that there's a need for all that. Very mature detective. You come up with that yourself? Oh no, that's Kaguya's signature post. Reyes, you are not nonchalant enough. Hold on, we can peek at this. Milk tea. Reads true crime and bodice rippers real. Best at getting the staff's attention and worse at dissent. Okay. Reyes. Just like babysitting audiobooks manspreading. Bless. Relax when shopping for groceries. Okay. Interesting. I like the profiles are fun. Like the pop star? I don't know what you're talking about. She's gotta be like, what? Fresh out of like police school. You can admit it if you do. Well, there's nothing to admit because I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who that is. Even a worse lie, because I bet this person's like million. Wait, now you're saying you don't know who Kaguya is? She's the most famous. Hold on, let me see who this is. Singer, songwriter, has a persona, cultural reset, basically. Official age as 1086, released first single in 3 years ago. Peaks, yep. Kaguya lore explained. Kaguya iceberg explained. Kaguya Luna Tropic Tours tickets, where to buy? Oh, this is beautiful. When a retired facial analysis expert claimed that her stage makeup was formulated specifically to make facial recognition on her impossible, a representative for her record company met with the press to clarify that she's simply a private person who wants her fans to enjoy the experience as Kaguya's voice. Now, I don't think that Reyes is Kaguya. There's no way that that's the case, considering she's detective. Yeah, well, I just don't know who that is, so, ma'am. Aren't you about to say something? Oh, well, I'm still super surprised to hear you here now, Morgan. It's so beautiful. I'm a big fan of Reyes. She's doing her best. Every single time it's like, and actually, she knows with the fidget bunnies and stuff. It's beautiful. Anyway, truly hilarious to see someone who's trying so hard to be nonchalant and it's not working. Ah, it is 10 p.m. Okay, let's see where I can end up. Are you helping plan the services? Actually, the company will be planning Dr. Escher's funeral service. I think it's fidget buddies, yeah. Why does family want to take care of that? No. No? No. I see. Sorry. Well, that's the case. Why are you here, Morgan? Ha. Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry to disrupt your morning. Girl, you're doing this at a crime scene? Hey, that's... You're here for the same reason as every other suit they've got crawling around. Money. You're not wrong. There are a lot of annoying insects with annoying agendas scurrying around before my friend's body is even cold. But the honest truth is, I don't even know if David had a will. The company helped him manage this estate. Legal is probably already on it. Actually, judging by how much coffee that intern is carrying into the elevator, I'm certain they are. Right, so if you're not here for the funeral or the reading of the will, Mr. Starling asked me to come here, actually, on a matter unrelated to David's passing. Unrelated matter? That's convenient. Isn't it? But now that I am here, it's come to my attention that the police have made a determination in the case of David's death. And where did you hear that? Am I mistaken? No, you're right. They concluded that it was suicide. Can always count on her to be blunt. I was worried about that. Yeah, I'm sure you must be feeling. Because I'm going to have to contest that charge. What? The state has made a charge. I'm arguing against it. The hell are you talking about? The police believe David committed suicide. Suicide is a felony in this country, detective. It is technically a crime to commit suicide, yes. But we're not in the habit of bringing dead men to trial. Especially not for their own murder, Morgan. No, not to trial, of course not. But there would be a preliminary hearing in a case like this. Technically, as a formality. Assuming the courts aren't busy that day. I'm afraid that on this occasion I'm going to have to insist on formality. Yeah, well, you don't really have much say in the matter, do you? With David gone, I have the only say, really. I am, after all, his criminal attorney. All that money, and he needs his drinking buddy to be his attorney? Bullshit. I'm also skeptical, Morgan. It's a pretty serious conflict of interest to be your friend's defense attorney. You're absolutely right, it is a conflict of interest, and I would have said as much to him if I had the chance. What do you mean? I only found out that he wanted me to be his attorney today. After he died? How the hell did you miss that memo? What the fuck did I give Reyes? What was... I feel like her voice... I'm kind of giving her nerd emoji voice. If I'm being honest. Embarrassing, isn't it? But to be fair, it was hidden pretty well. Oh, I didn't know you had an Android, Morgan. That's cute. Be kind. Look. I love Reyes, so that means I look at her though and I am just like a nerd emoji. She's a dork. She's a dork. Thanks, but it's actually David's. Oh, wait, Sarah can blush. And it's technically my witness. Witness to what? 38 hours ago. That is, David Assure communicated to me as a matter of record the following explicit legal intent. And in the case of any and all criminal charges brought against him by the state, his attorney would be Evangeline Mort. Her first name's Evangeline? Oh. Sorry, this is a very dramatic moment. I wasn't expecting her first name to be that. Evangeline? Yeah, no. Me too, Reyes. Oh, there's Chinese up there. Wait, no, seriously, your name's Evangeline? Did your parents name you after a Christmas carol? Should we all be curtsying? It's not that funny. No, of course not. Nothing to be embarrassed about. Evangeline. No, that... Morgan's name isn't like, that's her first name. She goes by her last name. Do your friends call you Angel? I hear Kaguya's on tour, detective. Should I get you tickets? You can have your dad drive you like all the other 15-year-olds. Hey. It's like we're getting off topic. What were we just? I was telling you that David Assure wanted her to be his criminal defense attorney. Beautiful. Imagine my surprise. That android's recording of a verbal expression of intent isn't exactly ironclad, Morgan. That's fair. I can't say anything. I also go by my last name, IRL. Yeah, no, I think it's very fair. I would not guess that her name would be Evangeline, and I'm so glad that we immediately bullied her about it. Sorry, Morgan. This is funny. If we were going before an upper level court, I would expect that to be open to all kinds of scrutiny. But we're talking about a preliminary hearing. A formality, as you called it. If you ask for representation, he deserves representation. Doesn't matter whether he's dead or alive. This is so fun. Am I missing something? What difference does it make? Not even an adjutant would be obtuse enough to sentence a dead man. No, there won't be a sentence, but the adjutant will render a verdict. And verdicts have consequences, even for the deceased. Is this what this is about? What's she getting at? If the courts agree this was a suicide, then that verdict will retroactively affect the evaluations of the individual's mental health. Like whether he was in his right mind or not. You know anything about estate tax law, detective? No. I'm sure you'll be happy to educate me. More than happy! An individual found by a court to not be of sound mind can't very well give their consent to the lawyer drawing up their will. If his will is compromised, all of David's considerable assets would suddenly be thrown into legal limbo. In which case, the state would be legally obligated to come in and pick up the pieces. So this is just about his money. I'm almost disappointed in you, Morgan. Well, when you take into consideration all the factors, it's actually more complicated than that. For example... How much dollars? Jess is so much taller than this is beautiful. Never mind. No, Starling, you should speak your mind. We're having drugs again. All I mean to say is that while Dr. Ashur did have significant holdings in art, real estate, and intellectual property, he also, of course, owned a great deal of stock in numerous corporations, principally Noble. He was ruled to not be of sound mind, and his shares were end up acquired by the government. Noble would suffer a serious blow to its commercial image and its standing in the financial community. All of which is to say there's a great deal at stake here. Not the least of which is the reputation of a man whom I was proud to call my friend. You're not buying this, are you? In case you haven't noticed, the city is working closely with Noble on this, and they're not gonna let you bring him any unwanted attention. Starling did her part. They're watching, and they've stopped trying to hide it. From here on out, it's gamble. Noble Electronics already has unwanted attention. Why are you raising your voice? If nothing changes, by the end of the day, the whole country is going to hear how David Ashur committed suicide. By midnight, there will be questions about his competency. Concerns about why the brain inside every single Noble ad was built by an apparently unstable man. Shareholders will have nothing to do all Sunday but brood over that sad thought and all its disturbing implications. By the time the markets reopen on Monday, I expect a great deal of volatility. Let's talk about the stock market. Hold on. Is this why? Hold up. Where is it? They had, yeah, no, it's already dropping their stock price. God bless. I like that they have this detail in here and then they return to it. Look, that's really cool. Yeah, that's fine. Preliminary hearing, I know what that is. That's so. I understand the Noble's apprehension, of course, Emma. I just feel like right now, the fiscally conservative thing to do would be you to not get in my way. Well, you've got your reasons, and Noble's got a lot to think about. Well, why should the district attorney's office devote valuable time to playing out this game of yours? Because they're certain they'll win. That goes without saying. Looking between them. Like, okay. The court should have an opening at 6 p.m. I didn't have anything planned. And it's a day. Hello? Can gay people flirt normally?
Detective, would you get her clearance set up?
Yes, ma'am.
Updates every hour, yeah. We're out on a limb, Morgan. Better not linger.
Never. Yeah.
Here. Clearance for all the relevant sites and police firewalls. You can interview and investigate with your authority as an officer of the court now. If you haven't already been doing that, don't even think about being sloppy with discovery on this. Rockford might think you're funny, but I appreciate the warning, Detective Reyes. It's nice to know you care. I live to serve. And protect.
Thanks for the assist, darling.
Yeah, no sweat. Are all cops like that, or are they more like that Detective London judgment?
The fact that he's your type concerns me a little bit, girl. If I'm being so for real, I mean, here's our options here, right? Either we say most are like her, not true, because Reyes is way more like uptight and disliked by most people in the department. Say most are like him, which I think makes more sense because London's been noted to be more on the chill side. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up in a second here, so whenever we get to the end of this, maybe, perhaps. Anyway, I think that most of them are like London. Okay, they don't really gaff. Most cops I've met are like London, yeah. Courteous and polite and friendly? Lazy. Yeah, that's what I was going for. Mayhaps British people. Oh, right. Well, I'll see you at the courthouse tonight. If you need anything in the meantime, don't be afraid to ask. British people. Sorry, I locked back in and heard London for some. That's the name of this guy. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Likes dimples. Oh no, we're talking about this guy, Kasim. Yeah, no. Jess likes London. I'm just thinking about the fact that just staring at both of these things. Or charm point, smile. Squints. Anyway, I see what they're doing. Anyway, that's all.
Good luck, both of you. What do we do now?
Well, I have a few options. I have access to the crime scene now. Probably the best place to start. Got to the point of the game where you're shifting. Hey now. Hey. I was already doing that when Emma came on screen. I don't think I shipped them. I think that Starling is very, very beautiful, and she could do better. Anyway, though, you know, if that's her taste, I'm not one to judge a woman. I like to head over to the company building as well. To get me registered? Among other things. Either David killed himself or he didn't. But if he did, it's almost certainly his asshole corporate overlords that are to blame. In which case, I want to take my sweet time raking them over the coals. What are you doing? Nothing. What about Father? When can we see him? He'll be at the morgue by now. The medical examiner will speak to me now that I'm operating under the court's authority. If I stop to flash paperwork at every nurse and security guard with nothing better to do than ask questions, I'll have to... What's that look for? Your father's friend. Thank you again for reminding me. Aren't there people I'd like to speak with? Other friends who'd want to know? Bad news travels fast. I'm sure everyone in the country has heard about David at this point. But all that heartbreak shit did keep me pretty occupied these last few weeks. I was never one to pry. If there was someone who could tell me more about David's personal life over the last several months, it'd be worth the effort of finding them. Do you have someone in mind? Maybe someone you met recently? He spoke about becoming close with someone this year. How many seasons? It's Kaguya! Now that you mention it, there's a PO post something that David might have mentioned when he dug. I will begin a search. I've completed my search. I found nothing. Thanks for the old college try. Is that really the best you can do? Well, there was a private man in person and online. With just a few letters and the fact that he was a musician. I'm afraid we don't have enough information to narrow down the results, Ad and I. No, we have plenty of information. We just need the right person for the job. Let's ask Reyes. Let's ask Reyes. Okay. We're at the precinct. We're at the precinct. Please tell me. Hold on. I'm gonna save here and then I'm gonna end our stream. Be kind to Ray. I am being kind. I trust that she knows musicians. Fuck, no, it's the brat. It's the brat. Okay. I'm gonna end off here though, right? Yeah. Yeah. Let's exit here. Before I get distracted. The beautiful art here. Yeah. Okay. We've done it. And by done it, I mean we're how much? Hold on. Is there more information about the save? Hold up. Nope, that's about it. I was wondering if they had time somewhere on this. I've saved the city. We're figuring out this one musician, and this is gonna change everything. Hold on. What's some bonuses while I wrap up? Concept gallery. Hold up. How does that hair work? This is real. Wait, no, this is so real. Beautiful. Okay. But yeah, don't get me started. Yeah, no, this is deeply relatable doing this whole thing. Get me out. Get me out of this prison. yeah, no, this is like prisons. Oh, it's a claw clip back there, I see. Hell yeah. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up. Yeah, it's about 10:30. I'm getting flashbacks, I'm so scared. Again, real. Oh my gosh, Reyes is so beautiful here. What the hell? Black hair Reyes feels so different. Turnarounds. Reyes, she really does. She really does look super DeviantArt core, and I don't think that it helps that like she has the like X's, because I think that DeviantArt's logo is kind of like that. Alright. Hello? Oh, this is beautiful. Just detectives in general. Ooh, headphones. These are beautiful. Oh, Carlos. I see. The pink stayed. The pink came over. Beautiful. Oh wait. Oh yeah, because we can't really see her legs at all. That's a cute outfit. Carlos, I cosplay as you? Yeah, honestly. Yeah. Why did you have this reaction, bud? This is real though. This is such a cute outfit. I really dig it. So cute. There we go. Hell yeah. So cutiful. Let me do this here. CG drafts. Ooh, okay. These are really solid. Oh, the parallels? Beautiful. I love the parallels here. Incredible. They really made it seem like Emma was gonna fucking kill Morgan in that first episode. Yuri. Pre and post credits. Then Heart Fake Killer. Oh wait! Hell yeah. Wait, this reminds me of the Doctor from Arknights. Heart Fake Killer. This is what they use for the CG for the like stand-in, I believe, in the like profile things. This is such a cute one over here. Yeah. Then oh my god. Oh she looks so soft here. Ah, I love this. I really like the shapes on Sarah. Oh my god, wait. The sandals kind of look like bird. She's very bird. I see it. Hell yeah. Born just a hey now. It's like two. Oh wait, inverse of Morgan's colors. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Bonus and wait, hold on. What is this? Oh. Do we want to hold on? Do we want to look at this really quick? I'm so curious. I'll do one at the end of each stream or something like that. Let's start with London's then. Hold on. You want to interview me? It's very flattering, but aren't there more lively folks around here for you to question? I don't feel like doing a voice anymore. I'm good. I considered that. Not your first choice. Is the orange? I think. No, the orange isn't Sarah. No, the orange is Sarah. You're the first who hasn't walked away. Come to think of it, I should probably. So, what are your 3 sizes? Have you been opening with that? Should I not? Do you have any pets? Right, not. What does that mean? Or 3 promotions over, that kind of thing. I feel like London would. I don't know what that means. Wait. Is it inappropriate? I've never heard of this. Anyway, only if you care about them. Maybe if I found a place closer to the park. Ah, wait, hold on. You ever owned any automated dependents? Not had the chance. Oh, bust waist hip. I see. Oh, like tailoring sizes. Ah, Sarah. Would you, and one if you could? Maybe one of the little vacuum. Oh. I can't imagine this guy with just a fucking Roomba. Anything more complicated than that is. If you find the owner's manuals intimidating, there are video-based tutorials I could show you. I'm not worried about the ease of use, don't worry. When I said complicated, I mean, it's like what I said about pets. Find to leave a goldfish in a tiny bowl. The time it takes to swim half a lap, it'll have forgotten what the. London, that isn't correct. This is not correct about it. give him a Doomba. Not a very tall hierarchy of needs. They're easy to please. You should be giving goldfish like 40 gallons actually. That's what you should be doing. But a cat, a dog. I don't want to be at work thinking about how bored they are sitting at home. No, that's for the best, bud. And today's ads are a lot smarter than dogs about most things. That's a very thoughtful perspective, Detective London. That is really thoughtful. I like that he's just like, anyway, I wouldn't get an android because of the fact that what if I neglect them? That's a good point anyway. I need to get hit by a city bus to afford any of the new stuff Noble's selling. But true. No, you're thinking of the sheltered generation. Sheltered is in sheltered upbringing or shelter in place. There was a lot of uncertainty during their childhood, so when they grew up, they wanted surety, safety, stability. Wanted to know that their heat would stay on in the winter. Their politics reflected that. This was all before my time. My generation is a little more Generation Zen. At least these are where? Yeah, exactly. That's what they called us in their think pieces. Even tempered, mentally strong, and more than a little cynical. Disagree? A matter of mindfulness. We grew up without false expectations. Vision wasn't clouded with illusions about impossibilities like homeownership or retirement. We realized early on that we would be working right up until we detective? Unrealistic expectations. Some people call that hope. To see your friends, your classmates drowning every day in that kind of mire, and have to listen to people 3 times your age go on about how enlightened today's youth are. Don't. I'm afraid that while this generation is several ones after mine, I fear that we are here. We are in the evil timeline in which, nah, unfortunately, this is Loki probably think. Gen Zen. It's not a name I'm particularly fond of. Yeah, understandable. So how long have you been in law enforcement? Too long. How long have you been with the homicide department? Not that long by comparison. Sorry, I don't mean to be overly vague. If you really want to know, I spent the bulk of my career over in arson. It's different from homicide. Flashier, I'd say. Everyone jokes that homicides solve themselves in the city with this many cameras. Meanwhile, fraud and disinfo are so entrenched in the tech arms race that they barely come up for air. But arson really hasn't changed much in the modern era. Fire's still very good at destroying evidence. You can't expect the drone net to sweep into burnt rubble and bring you back out the culprit's fingerprint and driver's license. It's a lot of legwork, a lot of interviewing. Since more than half the culprits we caught were burners helping Megs commit insurance fraud, spent a lot of time making friends and enemies in high-rise corporate boardrooms. That's so beautiful. Megs? Just slang for mega corporations, which is also just slang. And what size does a corporation become mega? It's not really about gross revenue or how many countries you operate in. If you're big enough to crush people, you're a meg. An apex predator among apex predators. Like the Otodus megalodon of the Miocene epoch. Is it epic? Epoch? Hold up. I've heard this, look. I have listened to this be said like 50 times, and for some reason I'm blanking on it right now. It's epic. Okay. Yeah. Hey, wait, is that where it comes from? I know. So why are you working in the homicide department? Epic. I think it's epoch. Epoch, something like that. Anyway, point is, what's that? Hold on. What's that? Why'd you leave arson? The smoke. Smoke. Just got to a point where I couldn't stand the smell. Yeah, I think it's epoch. Moving along the lines. Okay. We've learned more about this guy. How joyous. I just wanted... Is there... Where is... I wanted to go find the phone charms. And I don't know where they are. Hold on. Show me the phone charge. Ow. Okay. Alrighty. Let me head over back to the other thing. Other scene. And let me not explode my voice anymore. Alrighty. Okay. I'm just gonna end stream. So, thank you for tuning in. And then I'll be playing again on, when is it? This Sunday? Yeah, this Sunday. Okay, alrighty. I don't have much to say besides, yippee! I love, things, and also I'm interested in what the hell the person I compared to